Don't know why the music randomly paused there, but it did. What's up, gamers? I'm here with a guest who is in just about all my streams now. Say hi, guest.
Hi, guest.
Hi. So as you can see from the title and also the thumbnails, working on speed paint today. And I need to be honest with you guys. Last time I streamed had a panic attack really bad. So I feel like I didn't answer your questions all the way through. Because I was dying. Yay! So I figured... Let me turn that music down. I think it's a little too loud. I think that's good. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? That's about experimenting. Be feral once in a while.
Indeed.
Be feral once in a while. You're not hurting anybody. Trying to get brushes. I'm gonna see it. But I respect your choice. Anyway, I was trying to get Photoshop brushes for you guys, like I promised the other time, but I am a forgetful bitch with a head empty disease. Never mind, I'll have to figure out another way to get them. I'll figure it out. If I have to have a Google Drive link, I'll do it. Gotta find my notebook. Eh, we'll probably do this one time. I just want to drop today. Not bad.
Your handy dandy notebook.
Pretty much, honestly. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. And of course my mom's calling me, so hold on. I found it. My handy dandy notebook.
Nice, nice.
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 It is 2013 all over again. Nice. So, these questions came from Discord, Instagram, wherever you guys are. Honestly, mostly are from Matilda. I have no shame saying that. Where's my phone? There it is.
I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Move!
I am truly an enigma.
Insert spilling milk from SpongeBob here. So, let's tackle the new ones. The Insta of Grams. Starcrossed Myth Fan asks, how are you today? Short, simple, to the point. Love it. I've been pretty busy today. Almost didn't stream because I just didn't feel like it. But then I got energy to do it, so here we are. And Ravi asks, what's your favorite show? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big TV person. I just never have been. But I've slowly gotten into TV again. I've been playing Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life before bed. Because it's my feel-good game. Relaxing. I love chore simulator games. And I've been watching a lot of Mysteries at the Museum from the Travel Channel. Because I freaking love that show. I'm a nerd, so I really like to learn things. And that show is right up my alley. I love the reenactments they have. And they do it tastefully. And the announcer, Don Wildman, isn't boring. So, my money is anything Don Wildman has done for Travel Channel. So, Mysteries at the Museum, Mysteries... I can't remember what it is, but he does a series in Washington, D.C. Mysteries at the Smithsonian. Basically, just those. I like learning things. That is all from Instagram. So I will be rereading and re-answering these questions from... When did I go live? I want to say... Saturday? Yes, again, had a crippling panic attack. How do you get your ideas? Do you mentally plan out what they look like, or do you still do it all while drawing? Well, Matilda, to answer one of your several questions, it depends. Usually it does come like a drawing in my head that I then put to the paper. So I will say it's a mix of both. Because, for Toffee, like I said, yesterday. Go to... What do you mean I don't have Photoshop put up? Wow. I'm in the void. Guys, it's roomy in here. Man. Is this what my head's like on the inside? Empty? Knew it. Switch back over here for a second while we get Photoshop up. Because I thought I had it open. I didn't. It takes like 5 minutes. It sucks. Let's get Toffee back up here. My son. Perfect. So, originally Toffee was, well, a little bit of background, so that, like, you guys know who Toffee is. If you don't, he is a D&D character. I am currently playing a Tiefling Cleric of the Twilight Domain, and I plan on multi-classing into Warlock, and if I survive long enough, I will be taking Pact of the Chain, and Toffee is a pseudo-dragon familiar. Hello, Artemis! Thanks for stopping by! Appreciate it! Doing a Q&A.
Hello.
Bon Jovi. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. I will gladly answer them. Toffee is a pseudo-dragon familiar. The original plan for him was he was a basic pseudo-dragon from D&D, which is a little red boy with a scorpion tail. The original plan was he got his name Toffee because he was the color of toffee. But I had a random idea, probably a shower thought, honestly, because that's where most of my ideas come from. I had the idea of... Actually, no, I remember how I got his idea. I was watching a Watch Mojo video on horror movies, because like I said earlier, I'm a nerd who likes to learn. And it was like scariest animals in horror movies. So it's just like, man, what if I put every single trait from this video into one character? And that's how Toffee happened. Because he is a mix of a bird of prey, well, several. He has the head of an owl. He has raven wings. I need to fix my stabilizer a bit. He has raven wings, raven tail feathers, tail of a scorpion for arachnids. His front paws right here are rat. His main body is a black cat. He has deer antlers. And his neck and his head are part of a dark sooty owl, along with his face markings right here. And his ears, plural, is part of a bear. But my favorite thing is... Where's my cord for my tablet? Because I didn't work the tablet. Is Toffee's face isn't actually his face. I got really inspired by No Face from Spirited Away, because he is based off of a Japanese caterpillar. I can't remember the species off the top of my head. So this is not actually his face. It is a fake. Like, that is not a real mouth. His real mouth is actually underneath his chin right here, hidden away into his neck fur. Big, giant, toothy mouth, like a mimic. He's gonna eat all your SpaghettiOs. Unrelated, I don't actually like SpaghettiOs. So, that's question one, and Artemis just sent one, so let's read that one out. What is my favorite D&D design I have ever done? Okay, this is honestly kind of a trick question for me answering, because anytime I play D&D, it sadly falls through last minute, so the campaigns either don't go far, or it just fizzles and dies. So, get some art real quick. Originally, I thought I was going to be playing a Tiefling Arcane Trickster. because I usually default to cleric. I wanted to try something different. Where do I find my folder here? This is her. Her name is Omelette, which is French for a pit in the ground, or a dungeon, that you fall through and die. And she was lavender, because I like lavender. And then, while we were actually progressing through our first 3 sessions, she changed. And I totally scrapped this design. And I actually had an art piece commissioned, because I'm not too good with clothes, like planning an outfit. I'm not too good. So I had this piece of art commissioned. To get their name. Because their name is a long one. I will also type it, type it in chat. They are SmileDog15578, is who I commissioned this art from. You can find them on Twitter and Instagram. I highly recommend his work. He does good stuff. And Artemis, I don't know if you were here, but she is a tiefling cleric of Twilight. A little bit of backstory. Her name is now Ash, because she is actually partially inspired by Ash Williams from The Evil Dead. Her choker is hiding a pair of vampire bites. She was bitten by a vampire as a kid. And that is slowly festering and turning her possibly into a vampire. Who knows? That's the point about D&D. You don't know where it's going to take you. Right now my campaign is on hiatus because my Dungeon Master has kids, and he's spending the summer to spend with his kids and his wife, which, hey, don't blame him. Summer's all about memories. Another question from Matilda. What is one thing you wish you learned as you started drawing? My biggest thing. Overtones and undertones. And I'm gonna answer another question from Matilda why I pull examples up of why it's so important. Yes. Do you have a favorite piece of artwork and a least favorite? You bet I do! This one is my least favorite. Excuse me. It is Joel of Vinesauce, aka Varg Skeletor. I drew this back in 2018, and one of my friends at the time was a manga illustrator artist. That was her style. She loved anime. And over manga, you use a lot of monochrome color schemes. I do not like how I drew this at all. Eyes, way too big. What is this nose? What is this Steven Universe bean mouth? You can see how jagged and not straight my lines are. You can see the color bleed from me not clearing up the color of the hands well. Got a new layer there. This blur for shading the hair. Very, very sloppy. You can see it's not all smoothly blended. Just like haphazardly Faded like that. How I did the eye glare. Did not like it. He's like dead right here, color-wise, in his face and his neck. And then up here, fucking has jaundice. So this one is my least favorite. And here is why undertones and overtones are so frigging important. I'm drawing a singer who I've liked since I was 2. Some of you may know him because he did some music for Billy and Mandy. Can I get a 1920 by 1080 canvas, please? Thank you. Alright. This is him. And yes, I pulled up my references from Instagram because I don't care. Let's get his fiance. Let's flip that canvas. There we go. This is Voltaire, and this is his fiancée, Mayumi. Voltaire is Cuban. Mayumi is Mexican and Japanese. So for him, Voltaire has a lot of ashy undertones. Right here, his cheek. Right here in his ear. Right here in his neck. Here in his chest. Basically anywhere the light is being covered and it's producing a shadow. Now the vice versa, for his overtones, where the light hits, is right here in his forehead, top of his nose, and his cheeks. Those are like warmer, more tan, but not exactly like stereotypical white person like peach. That is what is always so different. Because different nationalities have different overtones and undertones. Mayumi, hers are a lot more warmer, where she's part Japanese. Hers are a lot more pink and peachish. Her undertones but her overtones are a lot more warm and red. But, where she's also part Spanish, she has olive undertones and overtones as well. You need to pay attention to your light sources and where they are. Never be afraid to branch out and try different light sources as experiments. Anytime I see this artwork, I cringe. Hate it. But I keep it because, I drew it. Learning experience, I guess. What is one piece of advice you'd give to aspiring artists? One thing I hate that people tell aspiring artists is just practice. Because if you are an artist, you're already practicing. I hate that so much. One thing I will say, for aspiring artists, never be afraid to use references. For this piece alone, I have over 30 references. Do not be afraid to use them. Think about it. Renaissance era painters and sculptors used references. They used live models. Don't be afraid. No one's gonna yell at you. Have you ever scrapped an idea after completing it? Yes. Several times. The biggest one is Syntech and Dragons. Syntech and Dragons was a... would you say a spin-off or like a fan story? Or both?
That's kind of hard because it's kind of both, or at least some of both.
Right. Because extended universe theories are technically canon in their own ways. According to 863 timeline stuff. But let's just say Toasted Cream and I have OCs that we added to canon, lore, and made our own story out of it. And then we put them in the Dungeons and Dragons universe, but it's modernized. Think Disney's Onward. That's what we did. Sadly, due to timing conflicts, with her being in college and also work, 2 full-time jobs, sadly had to scrap that entirely. So a lot of art, all the story, had to be scrapped. How did you know you liked drawing? Ever since I was a kid, I was doodling on everything. I had a bunk bed, drew on that. I was a monster. I vandalized everything in my house. It's not a good answer, or one you were expecting. I just did. Just liked it. Is there any kind of art you don't like? Yes, and this is a love-hate relationship. 4. I am personally strong stomach, but depending on what you do and draw, I'll get a bit queasy. One of my favorite artists actually is a not safe for work gore artist. Yes, you heard that right. And they call themselves that. They are called Lilira. Please, if you check them out, be of age. Some of their artwork is 18 plus. I just think, like, all the detail in it is just mind-blowing. Like, fluid? Sorry, I have acid reflux really bad. Ugh. Need to get me some Pepto-Bismol, not sponsored. Fluid on its own has a lot more light resources and a lot more reflection. And blood is a viscous fluid, so it's liquid and a solid. So its physics are totally different in a mind of its own. And people who just draw a fuck ton of that, love it. Is there any kind of art we want to... Dyslexia! Is there any kind of art you want to try? Yes! Matilda actually asked me this, yesterday, I think. Coincidentally. I really want to get into pottery. I tried it in high school and hated it, but we also didn't have, like, proper equipment for it. We didn't have the kiln, we didn't have a spinner wheel, so I actually want to do it for real. I think that would be really fun. Artemis, you asked this as a joke, but I'm gonna answer it. How do you art? It's a tough question. How do I put it into words? If you find inspiration in anything, a book, movie, hell, even a cartoon, or just anything, and you like it, and you want to create something out of it, that's the first step. being inspired. So, that's how you art. Be inspired. And let's get into my FAQs. Wait, no, there's one more. Jumping the gun a little bit. How do you deal with creative burnout? This is always a fun one, isn't it? One of my favorite quotes is actually from Kiki's delivery service, which deals with burnout. If I can't fly, then I just stop. Take long walks, look at the scenery, doze off at noon. Don't do a single thing. Then suddenly you'll be able to fly again. This is something an artist is telling Kiki. Do whatever you need to recover. Don't focus on work, don't do anything. I know that might be hard to do, especially in this day and age. But just take it easy, one step at a time. It gets easier, I promise. You'll see the sun again. FAQs. What program do I use? Adobe Photoshop 2023. What stabilizer do I use? It depends. For sketches, I use 0. If I'm doing my line art phase, it goes between 0 to 50. If I'm coloring, that is the same thing, 0 to 50, depending on if it's a very tight corner. Because I personally like to have more control of what I draw. That's just my style and taste. Everyone's taste and style is different for art. What kind of tablet do I use for drawing? If I use one, I do. People who use computer mice to draw, as someone who used to use one, power to you, buddy. I personally use an XP Pen Deco 01 version 2 drawing tablet. You can get it off Amazon, where I got mine. What are my tablet settings? I have Control Z, which is undo. For Photoshop, it is a bit different. For redo, it is Control Shift Z. For delete, not delete, for zoom in, it is Control Plus. For zoom out, it is Control Minus. For merge layer, it is Control E. View layer, not remember it. Shift Control N is for my new layer, and then I have save, which is Control S, and deselect or deselect, however you pronounce it, potato potato, Control D. I'm a simple person. That's what I use. And now with all that mouth vomit, this is why you guys are here. Watch me suffer. Let's get to it.
I can neither confirm nor deny such statement.
I can, because I'm the one creating this. You ever have acid reflux and then it comes in through your nose? That's me right now. It's awful.
Sounds painful.
It is, it burns like fire. Forgot to mention, a lot of my Photoshop brushes are actually the default. That's actually what I use to color and blend. And I'm trying to get links for my brushes for you guys. Working on it. Personally, I use a circle brush for sketching, because I like that concept art style. And, excuse me. Acid reflux, I'm gonna kill myself. Sarcasm. For line art, I use a flat round line art based at about 50. Because, like I said, I like a little bit more control for my line art. Do not worry that there is huge gaps right here and on the other side, because we will be coloring in with leaves later. So those gaps are on purpose. Get into the meat and potatoes. And potatoes sound good. Who doesn't like french fries? Communist. Don't rush things, take it, go at your own pace. Just vibe. Whee!
Just a heads up, I'm gonna hop off for the night.
All good. Take care of yourself.
I'm falling asleep.
Man, these really are chill vibes, huh?
For some reason, my brain's just shutting down.
All good. Appreciate you
Do,
being.
do, do, do.
Appreciate you being here.
Of course.
Sleep well. I love you.
And I love you too. Be sure to like and subscribe to the amazing pastel polar bears with two
Yeah.
S's, not one, but
Yeah, do
two.
it.
Not
Do it.
3 or 4, but 2.
Dude, 2 is the best number.
I thought 3 was the magic number.
Is it?
Rebranding when?
Never. I've had this since I was 11.
I'm 13 and that's deep.
Hold on now.
Night, y'all.
Peace.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Oi. Let me switch VCs real quick. Bada boom. I have switched to my private server. This is just little old me. Bursty. I have to say, I'm not really a talkative person whenever I draw. I get in the zone. I am here though. Obviously. a cat is bothering me to pet. So, break time to pet a cat. Gotta love it. Okay, bye, kitty. Being attacked by a cat for love. Gotta love it. Wants him up. But there's no room. No room, kitty. I do apologize, but no room. My cat is annoying. Anytime I move my pen, she headbutts it. Estelle gets attacked live on stream. Hello, Kenna! Thank you for stopping by! How's it going? It's going. Doodling. Working on a big screenshot redraw for a singer I like, his fiance, that I plan to give to him whenever I see them in August. That's what I'm working on. Thank you, Kenna. Much appreciated is what I meant to say. Kenna, you owe me no apology. I wanted to start this stream at 8 p.m. EST. Started it at like 10 p.m. EST, so I feel you. I'm thirsty. But don't want to go downstairs either. Dilemma. Estelle, what are you doing? That's not what you needed to erase, you dummy. Oh, good, Canna. No worries. I'm actually probably gonna hop off here myself. I got really bad acid reflux and it's kicking my butt. Hope you have a good day as well, anybody watching or listening in the future. Hope you have a good day.